Right, a bit of a top-down video today. Somebody asked me in the comments on one of my videos what lenses I've got for my Micro Four Thirds, so I thought I'd put them all together in one video. I have said in previous videos I'm not going to do gear reviews or gear videos, but somebody's asked me, and I think this is the clearest way to answer it and give you guys a quick overview. So I've just sold two of my Micro Four Thirds systems that were not really offering me much more than this was giving me, and I've traded them in for a new GX80, which I talked about briefly in the last video, and when that arrives I will talk about that. But for now, this is my entire Micro Four Thirds collection, which is the GX1, which is my absolute favorite camera right now. I really enjoy this. I like the size of it, and paired with these sort of smaller lenses, this is really quite pocketable, and it's great fun. The only problem is this screen is not very visible in bright sunlight, so the GX80 has a tilting screen, which is going to make things a little easier, hopefully, and a viewfinder where this one has a flash. Anyway, more about that another time. So GX81, and then these are the lenses that I have to use with it. So when I bought the camera, I bought the kit lens with it, and this is a 14 to 42 mil, and these are Micro Four Thirds equivalent, so every one of these numbers you really should be doubling. So this is 28 to 84 mil, so it works okay as a zoom. I don't really use it. I haven't used it a great deal, but when I bought the camera, the first thing I wanted to do was get the kit lens, and yeah, that works okay. It's nice enough. I'm not particularly fussed on optical quality. I just like capturing images that I see, so perfectly good starter lens to get going with this. But the aperture of 3.5 to 5.6 means it's not particularly fast. So again, you've got to double those numbers as well. So your aperture is starting at like f7 really. So, but that's the kit lens, and you may not have heard that, a little bit of a rattle there. Actually, it's got optical image stabilization in there, so it's quite a nice camera for when you're quite a nice, decent little lens really. The first lens that I bought was this 25mm f1.7, and this is mainly because with my Canon M50, which was my first sort of mirrorless camera, I really enjoyed using the Nifty 50 lens, which I'd previously owned on my my DSLR, and having the wide aperture, obviously, again, doubling these numbers, 1.7 to sort of 2.4, no, 3.4. So the wide aperture, a lot of light, reasonably fast lens. I quite like it, but at, say, full frame equivalent of about 50 mil, it's not a close-up lens at all, and it's not something I've been using a lot recently because I've been doing a fair bit of street photography, or at least trying to do street photography. So I've experimented with some other lenses. The first one I bought was this 7 Artisans, and this is at 18mm, so that works out at about 36mm. So this gives you that, I guess, traditional point and shoot camera, film camera kind of focal length, and I quite like it. It's great, and as you can imagine, when that's paired with this camera, it makes it very, very slim indeed, and really pocket friendly. So that's a lot of fun. I saw a review for this Olympus 9mm fisheye, which is also a small pancake. This is plastic, by the way. This one is metal. They're both quite small, very easy to carry around with you. So if you want to do something a little bit wider, this is something that's so easy to put in your pocket. Whichever of these lenses you've got with you, having this little fisheye one to carry around with you as well is quite fun. And yeah, good fun little lens that. And this one here, I've done a little video on. This is the Retropia Cam Oreo lens. So this is a 35mm disposable camera lens in here. It's kind of a 25mm focal length, which gives it a 50mm focal length equivalent. So it's similar to this camera here, but it has some old camera sort of artifacts, if you like, analog artifacts, for want of a better description. It's not my favorite lens, and I paid like 30 odd pounds for this, but you can buy them on AliExpress for like 10 bucks or something. Definitely worth picking one up if you can pick one up nice and cheap. It's a bit of fun, but yeah, nothing too serious. And the last lens that I've bought is this 14mm, which gives you 28mm equivalent, and this just gives me a nice walkabout lens, and it's a little bit wider than the other ones that I preferred. So nice Panasonic lens, giving you a fairly good field of view, very similar to what you can see with the naked eye. So really good sort of street photography lens for me. There is a 20mm one of these, which I understand is very popular. Before I buy any more lenses, I'm going to see how I get on with the GX80 when it arrives, hopefully at the end of the week. And I think I'd probably be done then, unless there's a better fisheye or wide angle lens than this. I wouldn't mind something that does about the equivalent of like 10-15mm, really nice and wide. But I don't know, we'll see. I don't know, maybe I'm kind of happy with this. This works fine. You do need to step back a little bit, not too much, but certainly not as much as this one. But yeah, that's it. So I have the kit lens 14-42. I have this 25mm prime, the Olympus 9mm fisheye, the 7 Artisans 18mm fixed lens, and this Retropia Cam 1, and then the 14mm. So that's my Micro Four Thirds system as it is today. And if you've got any questions or would like me to talk about any of them in particular, I'm not an expert, but feel free to ask some questions, and I'll do what I can. Just one quick additional note: when you put one of these kind of lenses on here, which don't have any ability to talk to the camera body themselves, they're completely dumb lenses, no connections. When you try to use the camera, you get this message which says lens not found. So what you need to do is you need to go into the menus, and you need to go to this option. At least on this one, it's option 7, and it says shoot without lens, off or on. So once you've done that, you can now shoot without the lens. But because it's a dumb lens, you don't get any of the sort of focus noises or any of that kind of stuff. It's just have to trust your eye to everything. So yeah, just thought I'd give you one other little snippet of info there.